Hello everyone and welcome back to Quantum Break. This is episode 2. Last time we completed act 1 of the game and then reacted to our first live action episode, which was very fun to see all of the things at play and how things are going to connect, and the focus of the TV show at the moment being a little bit separate from Jack, so it's fleshing out the story a little bit more, which is very exciting. I've done a little bit more playing around, which is why it says continue Act 1 Part 3, because I'm still kind of refining some of the performance issues of the game. I think I have found a nice place to sit in with it. So I'm now able to actually get the game at 1440p. NVIDIA has some goddamn wizardry going on. They're able to really streamline this game or have it looking nice and running smoothly without being so massively demanding. So I'm able to get it at 1440 while having all of the other settings as high as they can. So a little bit of a step up, which is nice. Jumping into the timeline, we obviously made the PR choice and then watched the episode. And now we are going to begin Act 2. So we're just going to go from this point. I had to, at the end of last episode, close the game. And luckily you can rewatch the episodes in the timeline. And then this is just at the starting point. So we'll restart on hard and jump in. Let's see how Act 2 goes for us.
Previously on Quantum Break.
There's a previously.
I came back home to see my best friend, Paul Serene.
Jack Joyce, in the flesh.
He wanted to show me what he'd been working on. Paul said it was world-changing.
This is doing my job for me. I don't even need to say last time anymore.
Well,
we just need to jump in.
We have to shut this thing down now.
Zero state.
What have we done?
Jack!
There's no other way out. I'm going through the machine.
Paul, wait. No!
Jack! This way! Jack!
You're Jack Joyce.
Where's my brother?
You might still be able to catch them.
Paul?
I'm sorry, Jack. I never wanted this. We can't risk any unwanted attention. Initialize a PR campaign. We need the city on our side.
There we go. I don't even need to say anything anymore. We'll just start the episode and go previously on Quantum Break. Perfect place to hide something.
Let's talk about the dry dock incident. Monarch operatives transported you from the university to the ground zero operation at the shipyard.
Still upset about that, huh?
You were secured, unconscious.
Will?
Liam Burke went to retrieve you, and you were gone. How?
Sleepwalking.
Step away! Right now! You've 3 seconds till I pull.
Had better reflexes.
And you're a marksman.
We know Beth Wilder assisted you in some manner.
Then I'm guessing you know the rest.
No, because everybody who saw what you did next is now dead.
Yo, that's so sick.
I didn't have a clue where I was or why. Never questioned it because it didn't feel real. Still waiting to wake up.
This is so fun. So I like that, between the show and the game, we're obviously getting frequent reminders of this is 2 hours after the event, or what the time is specifically. And then being able to play our part that happens in the show. That's what I was kind of thinking about at the end of it. I was like, I wonder if whenever Jack is maybe involved or around the TV show and he's like, he's gone. Oh, our weapons are gone. He's got away. And then we play the sequence. I'm so glad that that's actually how it starts. So, Chronon sources. Whoa. I'm searching for a Chronon source. So as you can tell, we're playing a very mature version of Chrono Trigger, of course. The time egg is broken. Chronon particles. And of course, oh my god, when he said trigger and then killed our brother, it's just all Chrono Trigger now. It's kind of funny how there's, I'm playing, just finishing up Chrono Trigger and then diving into another time game. We'll just keep the time saga going. What will be the next one? We have 1 out of 7 Chronon sources.
Beth Wilder risked blowing her cover to rescue you. Sounds like you didn't exactly return the favor.
No, I didn't.
Damn. Made it a lot harder for him.
Thanks for the gun, asshole.
Thanks for the gun, asshole. Whoa, oh shit. That's not the perspective I was hoping for there, but there you go. If you've ever wanted to know what it feels to be Beth Wilder, there it is. Now, I don't know if we're gonna... I'm pretty sure it's just more of like a reusing actors thing, but in the Remedyverse, it does raise some funny questions. You're like, whoa. Because our taxi driver is also Dylan in Control as well, which I did not recognize at the time. So that's also just another situation of another actor.
Why am I here?
So both of them have been involved. Oh, nice. Can we hear them talking? Sounds like I can hear muffled talking. Whoa, why is this? What the fuck? Oh, is that... Hang on. So in Act 1, when we saw the graffiti on the wall, was that referencing the events? Because I couldn't make out what it was. So it was... What does Jack say? He goes, that's ominous. I couldn't even make it out. I'm going to have to go and look at that now, because then look at this. Someone else is also leaving street art. It's Paul. So Paul goes to the events because he gets flashes of the future, and he's going to go to the island and rebel. And he goes and does a little bit of street art beforehand. He's like, I know that this was going to happen. Use time vision to highlight destructible objects in the environment. All right. I'm so glad I was able to get this into 1440 with all of the graphic settings up on high, because this is a very pretty looking game. Whoa, physics. Satisfying crunch. Quantum Break, Jack Joyce ASMR videos, dropping cranes on pallets. Watch the physics of these boxes? Nope. Hey man, not everything works.
Well, that's weird.
Oh, cool. Okay. Whoa! I can make it go back. That's kind of cool. Fuck, you, like... Oh my god, it's a bridge.
Okay, doesn't last. Noted.
So you put it up there, and
when
then...
the fracture broke time, some objects became unstable. With my new abilities, I can manipulate their timelines, rewind them.
So cool. So I'd be able to like pull that up, and then at the same time, I can then do time stop and then use it as a bridge.
There's got to be another way in there.
Just making sure I look around on the ground before I take to the skies. All right, so let's go up here. There might be some points where the game gets a little bit overloaded, and it might stutter a little bit in the recording. So if that does happen at any point, because I think it did happen at one point in the last one, I do apologize. So there might be some brief hiccups. And that is obviously in the recording, not in the gameplay. For the most part, we should be able to run smoothly. There might be some hiccups just in like these first couple of episodes until I find a smooth rhythm just because of how demanding the game is. So I hope you can be understanding of that. Now, let's drop this shit. Oh, that would have been so cool. I wanted to do it while it was like in the middle of an explosion. I might just literally have to cross it normally in a boring way. Come on, man. Let me cross it while it's in a mid-explosion. It'd be so fun. I'm dedicated. Ready? Oh, I think they're committed. I think they're committing to me not having fun. What if I reverse it while I'm stood on top of it? They say, hey, this is not made for people who like to break the game. Stop it. Stop it. Alright, so I'll just stop it there. And then I'll go across there. Oh, so exciting. I wanted to run across it while it was crashing. Can't blame a guy. Wanted a little action. A little excitement in his life.
Still no word from Burke on Jack Joyce's position.
Very well. Ready a chopper for me at the dry dock.
Ah.
Roger. We'll have the chopper.
Seeing Paul's face on that screen, it was some kind of sick reminder. I couldn't escape what had happened, what he did. I needed to know why, but part of me wanted to put a fucking bullet in his head before he could open his mouth.
Want us to send additional teams to search for Joyce?
Negative. Focus efforts in our PR campaign. Amy Ferrero's confession goes live in a matter of minutes.
What about Jack Joyce?
Once that confession hits the air, the whole city will be looking for him. He'll have nowhere to turn. He'll come to me tonight.
At the gala? You're sure?
Positive.
Positive. Call ended. Wow. Okay. So we have we have the person that is interviewing us, Commander Ogawa. So the person who's interviewing us, head of Monarch Security. We have Martin Hatch, Dr. Sophia Amaral, and we get visuals. We've got Liam Burke, Charlie Winslow, Mikhail Miju, and Lenny Hakula. I love that it's just like literally just screenshots of them from the show. Charlie's just like, yep, that's definitely my profile picture for the thing. That works. Charlie Wincott, Monarch PR Plan. Hey, Jarheads. Just got word from Martin Hatch. Apparently our almighty overlord, joke, Paul Serene, has given the green light to our PR proposal. We're implementing a broad PR strategy to deal with the public reaction to the university operation. That means that you will all be working with me directly for the next several hours, whether you like it or not. That's directed at you, Dave. First up, news broadcast. I've skimmed through the list of witnesses pulled from the university and marked the best candidate to deliver our false confession, Amy Ferrero. Perfect mix of hot and sad poppy. Media will eat her up. Green screen and recording equipment are being prepped as we speak. Time is of the essence. I need that video shot and delivered to me within the next half hour in order to get it to the media in time, so get her ready for 15 minutes of fame. We're going to be pinning all of this on Jack Joyce, that wacky little domestic terrorist rascal. Somebody needs to take the fall, right? The device that Monarch stole from the university, but Charlie isn't allowed to know any further details about due to his security clearance, has been airlifted to the Ground Zero operation. I'm arranging covert transport to its final destination at Monarch Tower. I'll be your eye in the sky monitoring traffic to make sure the route is clear. Also, I want my security clearance upgraded once this shit calms down. Level 4? Bullshit. Still searching for Joyce. Transport disappeared after entering the Ground Zero perimeter, digging through our hundreds of camera feeds to see if anything comes up. Even if we can't locate him ourselves, it's not like Joyce can go anywhere without somebody spotting him once Ferrero does her thing. Liam Burke is leading the search party on the ground. $5 to anybody who can make Burke smile. That's all for now. The brain to your bronze, Charlie. God, he's so annoying, isn't he? He's so annoying. And he writes so much. And he's got terrible, terrible humor. Monarch's PR strategy poster. Monarch Solutions PR contingency campaign. University campus operation. Fuck, man. They move quick. This is 2 hours after the event. This is 2 hours after the event. And then even sooner before, you know, just only a little while after we even made the decision to do the PR campaign. They fucking move quick, dude. 2 hours. I guess that's what a lot of money and preparation can get you. But it is funny that, like, obviously there's choices made by Paul that are not made ahead of time. They're made while things are happening at this junction point. So normally you'd think this would be prepared, like this was accounted for. I've had this plan in the works for ages, but no, we've made this PR campaign decision like just under 2 hours ago. Media controlled team leader Charlie Wincott. Amy Ferrero confession video admission of guilt. Sympathetic protest takes the blame for library incident. Build up protest leader with criminal background Jack Joyce. Keywords terrorist activity lost control dangerous criminal. News leak confession to media. Fear tactics build witch hunt. Threat containment team leader Liam Burke. Find Jack Joyce. Joyce transport last seen entering ground zero perimeter. Insider suspected. Someone is helping Jack Joyce find and terminate it. Long-term strategy. Team leader Martin Hatch. Monarch Island annual gala. Send invitations to all lifeboat participants. There's the lifeboat mention that Beth brought up. Paul Serene's speech at 8:30 reveals CFR to reassure investors. Lifeboat protocol test December 9th. Details classified. And the Chronon Tech Phase 3 rollout. Invite lifeboat participants. Dr. Sophia Amaral tech demonstration. New Juggernaut plating. Chronon harness civilian prototype. And weapons demonstration. Invite lifeboat participants. First weapons tests on Chronon saturated individual. Dr. Kim Lab have specimen ready. Have specimen ready from Dr. Kim's lab, which has been sealed since his death, according to the show. And Liam was trying to get access. Only to then get thrown into the shit. Extraction area zone protocol. We've read this already, but it counts as a different narrative object for us.
Hey, what's Reaper Squad doing with those video cameras up in A3?
Looks like some bitch named Amy's gonna be the poster girl for Serene's PR campaign, filming confession videos. We blew the library to create misdirection. The media's gonna latch to that, and Amy's gonna tell him the
We got contact! Joyce is here!
No, I was listening. I didn't realize you guys were there. Alright, combat was being a little shitty in this segment in particular. I could notice that it was not doing so well. So I had to just restart the checkpoint. And like this image here, you can see differences between the resolutions. And honestly, with the NVIDIA background stuff doing its magic, while there's definitely some sharpness that is lost, it's not like drastically different. And I would rather just things run smoothly as a viewer experience as well as a player experience. So, hey, I'll drop it back down to 1080. It works, and it looks just fine. It's still a very nice looking game. And to be quite honest with you, this isn't even true 1080 because there's, like I said, some background like performance boosting and sharpening going on that does help the game still look very nice and crisp. Like a lot of the text and UI elements are not 1080. There's a lot of the times where you like make something 1080p on, you know, a 2K or a 4K screen, then it looks pixelated and not very great, and this doesn't have that. So gratefully it's like some form of like boosted 1080. It's a boosted 1080.
Joyce is here!
I guess it's the big red target. The big red target. That might be the the one, and not the tiny hook. Yep. That'll do it. Anyone else? Oh. From behind? Where the hell was that guy? That bullet went right through him. I don't have, like, the only melee I have is, like, the dash. So, I think. See you later, pal.
That's for Will.
Some not very good shots in there, that's for sure, but hey, that's alright.
There we go. The hell is that? Hello?
Jack, this is Beth Wilder.
Beth? You're the one my brother was looking for.
I'm the one who was attempting to rescue your ass until you decided to go on a gun-blazing ship parade through that warehouse. Now listen closely. You're at the outskirts of a Monarch Cronin harvesting operation, and Paul Serene is at the dry docks nearby. Not a recipe for fun times. So how about...
Dry docks. If Paul's at the dry docks, then that's where I'm
No!
headed.
Jack, the fracture is our only priority now. Time is ending. Will said he...
Will's dead. My best friend came back a goddamn monster. He knew this would happen. He prepared for it. But Paul's the key to understanding all this, and I'm gonna find him.
We both know that if you find Serene, you're not gonna be asking questions. Think this through.
We're not listening to and we're not trusting Beth. We say, hey, I gotta go see Paul. He's killed my brother. I ain't seen their body. I don't know. We can always, we'll just go back in time to the time machine, and then we'll go back to where Will was, and we'll quickly dive in and go poof, and then we'll save him. Right? Right, so Beth's out of there. Liam is currently involved in a car chase where he's got a super fast, zippy vehicle that gets, can't even outrun some SUVs. We'll see what happens with him. Can't shoot out the light. Can I shoot out this light? We are not Splinter Cell. We are not Splinter Cell. There are no lights to be shot out.
Paul was at the dry docks in the distance. I recognized the place. William had a workshop in that industrial area for years. I knew that couldn't be a coincidence.
What you said, okay?
Oh.
Please just let me go.
You did good, Amy. Broadcast just went out, but Hatch wants a follow-up confession. You got the script?
Yeah, this one's more reflective. Like, wish we could undo what we done sort of deal. Dave will feed you the lines.
Dave? You're using your names. You're not letting me go, are you? You're never letting me go.
What was that?
Nice. Double kill. Well, Amy's getting let go now.
Jack, Joyce.
You. From the protest. What do you...
I am so sorry. I didn't want to, but they made me do it.
They made you do what? What is this place?
They forced me to make false confessions for the news, I think. I'm so sorry, Jack. They were armed.
Hey, whatever you did, it's not your fault. None of this is your fault. I'm just glad you're okay.
Let's just say you've made your last confession. Ground Zero operation to Sophia. Yes, the fracture has begun, and yes, it will take its inevitable course. You worry too much. I understand your concerns, but our preparations will be ready by the time it has run its course. Keep in mind that I've been to the end of time.
Doing something, but this is completely fucked up.
I've seen how this plays out. We've taken every precaution necessary. Now we just need to make sure that the pieces fall into place. We cannot cancel the gala tonight. The team needs reassurance that our plan is moving forward without further complications. Even those who aren't aware of the lifeboat protocol need a guarantee that their efforts are not in vain. They need to know that I am in control. The university was only the first step. Now the real work begins. I am almost finished up at Ground Zero. I will head to the island for my treatment very soon. I couldn't have done this without you, Sophia. So the treatment is done at the island, and god damn it, I'm reading the email backwards. Paul, the fracture occurred at exactly 4:15 a.m., just as you predicted. However, the stutters seem to be occurring at an alarming rate, much more frequently than we expected. I know better than to question your knowledge on the matter, but I just want to be sure that the timeline you proposed grants us enough time for what must be done. You didn't receive your treatment before you left. Can't stress how important it is that you continue consistent treatments or the efficiency will dwindle. We can't afford for your sickness to intensify, not now. Please come to the island to receive your treatment as soon as time permits. I'm worried about you. Okay. So the treatments help with the efficiency, I guess, of getting his visions or flashes of the future, perhaps? Martin Hatch prescription contains Chronon. Okay. Those are the eye drops that he's using. They contain Chronon particles. Does that help Martin Hatch see through time?
Listen, I need to get to the dry docks. Do you know the way?
No, I don't think so. But they took me in through a security station nearby. I can help you find a way through there. I owe you.
Alright, well, I'm looking for one of them things. Looks like it's outside.
The security station is right over there. I knew Marnock had a dark side, but this? They're controlling the entire media, everything.
They can't cover this up. It's too big.
They can. Trust me.
It's in there. At least the thing is pretty easy to see when you're not scanning for it.
Yeah, I'll check.
Monarch's twisting the story for the media, saying the protest went hostile and that we detonated the library. They're blaming you, Jack.
I'm Paul's scapegoat.
This isn't good. Once that newscast goes live, the whole city is gonna be against you. Nobody's gonna have a clue what really happened. Do you think the others are okay from the university?
I have no idea.
They told me they were sent home, but I don't know what to believe anymore.
Love the concept of, we've got sticky notes. It's like February 17th, 1996. In the year 2016, it's all connected.
Hey, it worked.
Nope. I will have to use time on the gate.
I don't think you're fast enough.
Oh, I'm fast.
That could be fixed.
Oh, I'm fast. But first, I'm gonna have to do something. Oh, shush, 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 shush. I'm trying to do something else here. Is there like a lock on the door that I can shoot from this side? It's dark in there. I can't see. Oh, shush, please. Be quiet. I'm trying to get the Chronon. I'm trying to get to the Chronon thing, mate. Don't tell me I have to get to the other side. I know what I gotta do. Bloody dark in here. Let me tell you. I have my brightness slightly. Oh, that does not help. I know. Papa's working. Papa's working on his little Chronon time thing. All right, you relax. You let me do what I need to do. Does this open a door in here? Nope. So that's blocked by a door. How else can I get into this place? Should I get onto the roof somehow? Can I jump onto the roof? You got one of them rooftop entrances. Does look like there's a hole. Okay. That means I might be able to get onto the roof from the other side once I cross through the gate. So I don't think I can... Yep, you cannot, like, dodge and dash through a thing. Right, I think I'm going to have to go through the other side. I think just obviously my concern comes from once I go through that gate, I don't think I'm able to come back. Alright, looks like I might be able to get on top of this shipping container and onto the roof. Might just be something I have to keep in mind and remember to come back for. Boom. So you don't have to worry about me, lady.
My God. You're just like them.
Like who?
I saw them on the way in. These geared up soldiers that blink in and out.
Okay. Well, something new to look forward to.
You know, I thought I was losing my mind when I saw that. You're part of this. I need to know what's going on.
You really want to open that can of worms?
You just defied physics. I'm entitled to all the worms.
All right, my brother tried to explain. Time is an egg, which is now fucked. Time egg, which is, it's fucked. It's like broken. I don't know.
What? Why is there an egg?
Time is ending. Monarch has something to do with it. Get me to the dry docks, and I'll find out why.
That's great that she just has the same response that I did. Why is there an egg? Sure.
Yeah.
I'm already in. I'm already in. I'm in. I'm already down here. I'm in the building. I have my Chronon swords. Thank you. I did it myself.
Some top secret physics project at my university. So it's gotta be the same guy, right? Wrong. Now, I heard that Monarch was there to steal the project from the university, but why steal something from yourself? Also, I saw that guy Paul Serene on campus once, and he looked like 30 years old. So if he started Monarch in 1999, that would make him 14. So unless he's the Doogie Howser of corporate America, that's impossible. Banana fucking pancakes.
So Paul founded Monarch.
A-W-E.
Get up to that open window.
That's impossible. Wrong, they're not the same guy. Yes, they are. In the same time frame. Alright, gonna have to just grin and bear the fact that this game unfortunately does have the voice acting giving you help to solve the puzzle syndrome, sometimes to a pretty sometimes to a pretty devastating effect, which is a bit of a shame, right? We're just gonna have to accept that that is part of the game.
Window, Jack. What do you think?
Ooh, that's really bad. Alright. Thank you, Amy. Don't make me regret the choice that I made with Paul now. Don't make me regret that hey, you don't know this, Amy, but your life has been spared thanks to the PR campaign. Amy, I'm going to say this as calmly and nicely as possible. Let me focus. Let me think. I am the one with the time powers. See that? See this? See this? See whatever the hell I'm doing right now? Time powers, right? Let's let the time-powered man do the time-powered thing, alright? Please. I think we may have run out of dialogue for how often she's going to bring up the window, so we might be good. Woo-wee. We got a Chronon source around here, so I'm going to go look around for that, if you don't mind. I'll be taking that.
Hey, there we go.
You know what? I think when we had the choice between like almost like PR campaign and the other choice, which was take the hardline approach. One of them had, I think the hardline approach was like, we were with Nick. So I think that's maybe that's the change. It's like we've got Amy because we spared her life. And she wants to tell us where the window is. Or we'll have Nick, who for some reason, crazy taxi driver, he's gonna be relevant. And he'll help us out. And he'll probably just be as, okay. Okay. He'll be just as annoying, probably. With whatever we have to do there, which is great. Now, let's just, let's reverse time on this. Yes, it is.
I'm starting to get the hang of this. Alright, that's it.
Time to get in that window. Time to get in that window, baby.
Made it. Now to get to that door.
I love Remedy, and I love their storytelling, and I love their gameplay. And a lot of the time I really also love their dialogue, their symbolism, the music choice, the style. I love Remedy, right? But this is unfortunately probably the most egregious example of like a game trying to hold your hand to the point of it being grating. And so we're just airing out our grievances right now, just getting it out of the system because it feels very blatant, and me complaining about the thing that is also an issue only drags it out even further. So we're just gonna have to, like, we have an understanding, you and I, that this sucks, but it's part of the game, and I won't harp on it any longer. Now let's activate my triple monitor computer setup.
Hello? Did you forget about me in there?
It's all... It's all rumors and conjecture from what I hear. It's all rumors and conjecture from what I hear. I wasn't at the university up, but there's no way Joyce took out all those guards. He's just a random guy, not a trained assassin. The stories floating around make it sound like he's shooting laser beams out of his goddamn asshole. Anyway, they got Liam Burke hunting him down right now, and I think it's safe to say Joyce is fucked. Off the record, I heard Paul Serene has been investigating a potential traitor within Monarch. Somebody's been accessing all kinds of confidential information. Remember that research Dr. Amaral was doing to find a permanent cure for Serene's sickness? Rumor has it somebody sabotaged the tests, had to start over. Just a few weeks later, the uni op goes sour. Willing to bet the same person sabotaged us there. Keep your eyes peeled, man. Gil, were you with Prowler Unit at the uni? Hearing all kinds of rumors that Jack Joyce took out 7 squads on his own. They're saying he's chronon active without any kind of tech. We're getting stories about him freezing operators, disappearing into thin air. Even heard one about him being in 2 places at the same damn time. I thought it was all bullshit, but we just got word that his transport went missing after it entered Ground Zero perimeter. How the hell does that happen? We got reason to be alarmed? They ain't telling us shit over here. Ashton. Now, you may be asking, Apocalypse, why aren't you just opening the door? And the answer is because I know that if I open the door, it means that I'm going to get more dialogue, and it means that they're going to be talking and saying, hello, let's move and go over here. And I'm trying to read documents, right? So let me read some documents in peace.
Mr. Serene's chopper is inbound for... Hey, Clarice?
I think she stopped talking. She's just knocking now, so we'll just do this.
That you? This is HQ Alpha. Charlie, I told you to stay off the operations channel.
Sure, Clarice, listen. Hatch told me to search for Joyce. I got footage of Burke taking out a guard in A1. Back of Monarch truck was left open. Now I'm checking cameras in A3 and guards are either sleeping on the job or, you know, not sleeping. You know what I'm saying? Catch my drift?
Joyce.
With a trajectory towards kicking over some expensive-ass sandcastles. Look, I'm gonna keep looking for him. I'm just giving you a heads up, okay? Over an hour or whatever.
It's oh my god. All right, we're so back. Let's let Amy in. He's still knocking the whole time.
Finally. Good work. I need to make this right. I'm gonna use the terminal up here and try and dig up what Monarch's really up to.
An eyewitness on the scene. Amy, tell us, what is going on here?
There were people from our group who took things too far. Shit. Things got very violent. I'm so sorry, Jack. They forced me to do it.
I know.
Because of Jack Joyce.
There's nothing you could have done.
Sounds like a terrifying scene down there. We really
That
appreciate
map
your
over there should help you
bravery
figure out
going
a
on
route.
record to speak out against what appears to be such a dangerous person.
Ground Zero. That's the same area my brother used to have his workshop. I may have to pass through there to get to Paul.
Paul? As in Paul Serene? That's why you're going to the dry docks.
We have unfinished business. You may want to stay here until I'm done.
Yeah, I think you're right. I'll open the door for you.
Okay, stay in contact. Find a radio. I'll be on channel 3. And be careful.
Yeah, you too.
Still no word on Joyce's location.
Yeah, I heard his brother scream like a bitch when he died. When he shows his face, I'll make him do the same.
Bruh. Time Blast. Oh my god, we're getting even more abilities. Holy. Time Blast! Oh, whoa. Oh, that's so cool. God damn. Dude. That is insane. So you can also do freeze with RB and then the blast as well.
You okay?
So cool.
Still kicking.
Monarch radio is lighting up. They heard a noise and know you're coming. Be careful out there.
Thanks for the heads up.
The fact that we're just continually, like, through our emotional responses, finding these powers is so much fun. I made them scream like a bitch.
Weapons free!
Oh, great.
Shotgunner advancing on hostile!
Time blast him. Oh, the explosion went a little too far. Okay. Okay, just let me reload. Hold on. Oh my god, I've had my first death. I've had my first death because I had to reload. Oopsie. Hey, we can die in this game. There you go. We've hit our first death. Alright, where am I? Where am I? Why does this... Now it looks different to how it was before. Let's try this again.
Hostile!
Oh, great.
Shotgunner advancing on hostile!
Motherfucker.
You wanna talk this out?
I think so.
Okay. I think I'm really struggling with the automatic cover as like being a thing.
That's my cue.
Like not being able to crouch. Not being able to crouch and relying on like automatic cover is a bit of an awkward one sometimes. There are times where I wish I was like able to just kind of duck behind cover myself. So instead you just have like this awkward, like, you just crouch whenever you're nearby a thing instead of me being able to kind of crouch manually. But I guess like the priority is like that you're able to have a button free for doing a whole extra ability, I guess, instead of crouching. What the? Goddamn. He was so stun locked. He's like, how am I even still alive? I don't know. Oh, God.
Still okay out there?
Yeah. Any idea where I go next?
Yeah, just killing a lot of guys.
Said hi. Gatehouse Squad was talking about activating security measures to lock some door on the second floor.
That's a start. Thanks.
Like, you can fucking dash through, like, objects like that. Just shatter it. Ugh.
Joyce just took out Gatehouse Squad and you still don't have eyes on him? What do they pay you for over there, huh?
Charlie, just tell me where he is.
Do I hear please?
Charlie?
Warehouse B4. Better hurry.
Storehouse 1. You heard him? Move in.
Hey, Jack. The Husky lady on Monarch Radio seems to be unable to reach Gatehouse Squad. Remember the geared-up soldiers I mentioned who do the teleporty stuff you do?
Yeah.
Apparently, they're intending to say hi back with a grudge. So there's that. Regarding some kind of chronon particle harvesting operation. I'm not sure what that means, but I'm looking into it. Keep you posted.
I'm going to the bottom. From Liam to Beth. Beth, I'm starting to grow suspicious about what's going on here. I have a hunch you feel the same way. I've been allowed a lot of freedom to come and go in my position, but it comes at a cost of very low clearance. Most members of the team know something I don't, and they're not eager to share. Tomorrow's operation is more than a simple retrieval mission. There are dates and times marked with detailed events that are expected to come to pass. I've seen charts labeled with fracture, 4:15 AM labeled. It's way too much detail for a plan, like, it's all been mapped out. Huh? How? Something big is coming. I can feel it. They told us our directive is to protect our world from dangers that lie ahead. If that's so, then why do I get the feeling there's something coming that we're doing absolutely nothing to stop? And if everybody else knows, then why the hell is nobody acting on it? I can't sit back and watch if there's even a chance this could put Emily in danger. I need to know more. Shireen won't answer my messages. Hatch is a closed book. I'm hoping you're an open one. Mr. Hatch, I've been monitoring company email servers and found something interesting. Just thought you might want to know that your golden boy has been a bit snoopy as of late. Attaching his email below. Uh-oh. So they were already a bit sus on him before all of this took place.
Hey, I just turned off security.
Uh-oh. Jack, they're coming your way.
I like that you can see where the explosion's going to end up, too, which is pretty cool. Where did those bullets even go? What the hell? I was expecting those bullets to, like, build up. They just were non-existent. Oh, it's, they're doing it to me, I think. Are they doing it to me? Maybe? They might be doing some chronon shit back my way, maybe. Maybe not. I think actually it's just stutters, because yeah, they are totally, yeah, no, they're not able to move through it. So they're at the mercy of the stutters. And I am not. Might just be another one of those lovely situations where I've got to go out and around. Just checking.
Jack?
Yeah.
I did some digging. This chronon operation is harvesting some kind of fuel. It's used to power a device called the CFR. Ever heard of it?
CFR? No, what is it?
Not sure, but it looks like it's at the center of everything Monarch's doing. The thing they stole from the university, this operation, everything's linked to the CFR somehow.
What the hell is Paul up to?
It's actually escalating more rapidly than Mr. Karim anticipated. Falling levels below
Let's do this.
ground zero obsolete in the near future. I'm queuing up the presentation to make sure everybody remembers the essentials before we proceed. Hello, I'm Dr. Sofia Amaral.
Sophia
Over the past
Amaral.
6 years, Monarch has made vast
Monarch's a
technological
resident Chronon
advances
scientist.
in the area of Meyer-Joyce particles.
Well, she must know a lot of the
better
same
known
stuff Will did.
as Chronon particles. On July 4th, 2010, unique temporal anomalies began to occur in a very small and focused area we now refer to as Ground Zero, located within the Riverport Industrial Zone. This resulted in extremely dense emissions of Chronon particles, creating the perfect conditions for extraction, which led to the Chronon harvesting operation you see today. All of Monarch's Chronon technology relies on these particles, most notably the Chronon Field Regulator, or CFR, which is the only device that can ensure stabilization and regulation of mass quantities of these particles. When the time is right, the entire supply of Chronon containers will be transported from this location to the Monarch headquarters, where the CFR is located. Only authorized personnel are to handle the containers directly. Unique temporal anomalies become more frequent with closer proximity to the Ground Zero perimeter when entering the yellow zone. This yellow zone emits dense Chronon pockets ripe for harvesting. The Ground Zero perimeter itself is never to be entered under any conditions. We refer to this area as the red zone, where time no longer flows in a consistent manner and shifts without warning. Many who have entered Ground Zero have never returned. We know that the fracture will occur on October 8, 2016. We hypothesize that from this point forward, Chronon levels in Ground Zero will slowly deplete until time anomalies cease to occur. For this reason, all harvesting necessary for sustained use of the CFR must be complete before the fracture runs its course. For more information, please refer to your employee manual. Thank you for your time.
Okay. The screen moved faster, which was
The
great.
fracture is escalating more rapidly than Mr. Serene had anticipated. Chronon levels will lower to a point that renders Ground Zero obsolete in the near future. I'm queuing up the presentation to make sure everybody remembers the essentials before we proceed. Hello, I'm
Right,
Dr.
cool.
Sofia Amaral.
Just to make sure I got all the information. Burst fire pistol, yes please.
Technological advances in the area of Meyer-Joyce particles.
I got
better
eyes on
known
hostile!
as Chronon particles.
Holy shit!
July 4th,
Holy shit!
Holy shit, holy shit, he says twice.
Located within the Riverport Industrial Zone. Extremely dense emissions of Chronon creating a perfect condition for extraction, which led to the Chronon harvesting operation today. All of Monarch's Chronon technology relies on this, most notably the Chronon Field Regulator.
I'm gonna blow this thing up, just so you know. It's gonna get blown up.
Take cover!
Supply of Chronon
Nowhere to go!
from these locations to the Monarch headquarters, where personnel are to handle the containers.
Incoming.
Unique temporal Ground Zero right for harvesting. We refer to this area as the red zone, where time no longer flows in a consistent.
Gotta find a way out of here.
Sleep tight, princess. Chronon test phase 2 milestones. Sending a quick email to make sure that all divisions of the Chronon R&D department are on schedule. As you know, Monarch will be moving to phase 3 on October 9th upon completion of the university operation. High-level milestone deliverables for phase 2 are as follows. Ground Zero harvesting up. By the end of phase 2, we
There's gotta
expect
be something I can use to get up there.
By the end of Phase 2, we expect to have officially harvested enough Chronon particles from the Ground Zero operation to fuel necessary Chronon tech indefinitely. Access to the red zone should be completely prohibited from this point forward. All harvesting equipment will be dismantled and returned to Monarch Tower during Phase 3. CFR research. All research regarding the CFR must be complete, and the CFR must be returned to Monarch Tower for safekeeping. Lifeboat. Prototype testing phase of the lifeboat should be complete. Further testing will commence once the CFR is returned to Monarch Tower. Chronon tech. Alpha build tech must be complete for all armor and weaponry. Beta tech will commence during Phase 3. Dampener must have reached approval proof of concept deliverables. Please read the milestone booklet and make sure all departmental deliveries are achieved. You got it, boss. So I think they're saying, is it this thing that needs, like... Yeah. Cool. So you can shoot one of those out and freeze the whole place. That's fun. Go a little crazy with the Chronon. I think we missed that, the one from Part 1 of Act 2, which is quite annoying. I was like, how do we get to that thing? I was like, maybe it's another one where we have to wait until... I'm gonna wait until we get there, but unfortunately it just doesn't seem to be the case.
Not your average elevator.
So now we can use the time reverse on certain objects like that.
About some kind of private gala Marnik is hosting tonight?
Tonight. After everything that's happened?
It has something to do with their future plans. Serene's delivering a speech, and the guest list has everybody from Monarch higher-ups to big-shot scientists to the mayor of Riverport, which raises the question, why now?
I don't know, but I'm gonna find out.
Yeah.
Okay. There we go.
Oh, damn. So 1 out of 7, and that was in that. So it's 7 in that one part. So we actually missed so many. Crazy. So Chronon sources, there were another 4 to get, but we do have an upgrade point available. Diaries and upgrades. Ooh, there's William Joyce diaries as well. Upgrades, we can upgrade active pulse, durability of time stop, focus time will last longer, recover from damage faster while within the time shield radius, and increase blast radius of this. Upgrade points available, we have 4. Okay. If we have 4, I will increase these abilities. Nice. Time slows down further while time shield is active. Focus time will last even longer during the dodge. We want to get to reduce cooldown on the blast, of course. There you go. Some upgrades for us.
Okay. Getting closer, I think. Now, which way's the dry dock?
Whoa. There it is.
I got that briefcase we lifted from William Joyce's car. Laid out the contents in the trailer. You want me to go through?
No. Serene wants the first look. Till then, hands off.
I'm gonna look at him. I'm gonna look at him. These are Chronon sources as well. So there might have been a point with I think we saw one of those and I didn't even realize because I thought it was only those particular things. So that's fine. Everything's going to cost so much more now. Trailer generator crapped itself, hooked up the car, used that until maintenance gets around to it.
Hello,
Okay,
Riverport.
looks like the trailer has power now.
Said Mac, filling in for Bobby Radford. Bobby's taking a little break for health reasons. I'm sure you'll all join me in wishing him a speedy recovery. Just take all the time you need, Bobby. We've got your back. Now, not to get too serious on you right out of the
Bobby was taken.
Here's the latest on the awful tragedy down at Riverport University. The authorities are now looking for Jack Joyce, believed to be the mastermind behind the terrorist action at the university and personally responsible for several deaths. Details are still scarce, but it's believed Joyce's own brother, William Joyce, is among the dead. Little about Joyce is known yet, but given the actions of the activist group he was part of, it is now clear that allowing the anti-corporate protest to continue has backfired at a great human cost. Joyce's current whereabouts are unknown. Fortunately, security personnel from Monarch Solutions were on site and managed to intervene, saving countless lives. We'll keep you updated as this story develops. And now, some music.
And that's the music you choose. Incredible. All right.
Paul's men had taken the briefcase from Will's car, dumped the contents on the table.
I see it.
Will had said he needed something from his briefcase to stop the fracture. Wasn't much there, but his phone and a key to the Bradbury swimming pool. Not the most obvious clues.
Jack, it's Beth. Monarch just got footage of your lady friend sniffing around some confidential Monarch files. Kind of a big no-no around here.
Amy, I gotta go back for her.
Don't. I'll pick her up. Where are you?
I'm on my way to Paul at the dry docks.
Serene's not the priority. I'm getting you out of there. I'll meet you at the dry docks. Channel 1 is the Monarch frequency. Use it to keep ahead of them. And Jack, don't do anything stupid.
Thanks for the vote of confidence.
Hey, what are you doing? Just doing exactly what you told me not to. My screenplay. Oh my god, alright. Whoa! We'll go to the start first. My screenplay from Bruce Livingston. Oh my god. Alright, I think it's just... I just needed to double check if there was an email before that.
Amy, you okay up there? Shit.
I love that we're like, hey, Channel 3, talk to me. And then doesn't respond. Hey, Dr. Amaral, we haven't talked too much, but I'm one of Serene's guys from Reaper Squad. Working around all this time tech stuff, or chronon tech you call it, I guess, got me real inspired, so I started writing screenplay. There's a lot of science talk in here, so I want a scientist to check it and make sure it kind of makes sense. Would you mind taking a look? And, by the way, as we can see here, this was May 4th, 2016. There is no reply to this email, so I think this went ignored. Here's the first half. Time Knife, written by Bruce Livingston, Act 1, interior office, night. Bruce Savage stands in his office. He is sexually attractive. Somebody knocks on Bruce's door and opens it. It's a scientist lady. She looks like a librarian with glasses, but she is actually a scientist, you can tell because she has a lab coat. Help me. Okay. Take this knife because some bad apples are trying to steal it and it is very important. Okay. What is your name, handsome? I'm Bruce. Let's shake hands. Bruce and Lady Scientist shake hands. Wow, you almost broke my hand with that handshake. You are definitely a tough guy. She is impressed with Bruce's strength. She looks at his large biceps like they are delicious pieces of ham, but she doesn't want to eat them. Here is the knife. The Lady Scientist hands Bruce the knife. It looks mostly like a knife, but also like a time machine because it is both a knife and a time machine, but Bruce doesn't know that yet. Goons break through the window and shoot the scientist lady. She dies. Avenge me! Okay. Bruce kills the goons with his legs by doing lots of kicking at them. They are dead real quick. Looks like I got a leg up on you guys. The audience probably laughs here, so Bruce waits to deliver his next line for around 5 seconds so that everybody is calmed down. This is ahead of its time. And so Andrew Garfield's Spider-Man appears on screen, and once he removes his mask to reveal that it is Andrew Garfield as Spider-Man, we will allow the audience 10 seconds of cheering and screaming and wooing before the scene will resume. Which means when you watch it at home, that scene just feels really strange. What is so special about this knife? Bruce stabs the knife into his chair. The chair disappears. The chair disappeared. He looks at a picture on his wall, which is a big photograph from 1932 with lots of people from 1932, and Bruce's chair is in the picture. Interesting. My chair traveled back in time to 1932 when I stabbed it. When I stab things, they travel through time. That explains why this knife looks like a knife, but also like a time machine, because it is both. Bruce's real goofy friend from across the hall runs into the room. He trips on something on the floor. His name is Slobbo. He isn't as fat as his name sounds. Oh yeah, that is Slobbo's catchphrase, and he says it in a real funny way. Oh yeah! Bruce, you saved my life. The scientist lady was only faking being dead. Are you married? Only in my job. I find that attractive but also respectable. She kisses Bruce's cheek. What about my cheek? Ah, man! That is Slobbo's other catchphrase, which he says in a different but equally funny way. Bruce waits a few seconds for the audience to stop laughing before speaking. Wait. Wait. Those lips were man lips, not woman lips. Bruce pulls off Scientist Lady's wig. She is actually Bruce's boss, Paul Marine. Paul Marine is a douche. My boss, but why? I wanted you to kill those guys because they wanted me dead. I knew you were real tough, so you could kill them easy, but I don't respect you as an employee, so I always make you do the shitty jobs even though you've been working at my company more than most of my other guys and are real smart. Also, I don't like you because my girlfriend finds you sexually attractive. Now I understand. Give me my time knife back. Paul Marine snaps his fingers and 73 goons surround Bruce. You can't kill 73 goons, so just give up. I don't have time for this. Bruce stabs himself with the time knife and disappears. He time traveled using the time knife. Bruce opens the door. Now he is twice as jacked. You're even more sexually attractive. How is this possible? I stabbed myself and traveled to the past, then trained in all kind of martial arts to become even stronger. I also strapped explosives into everybody's boots in the past so that when I press this detonator, you will all explode. Oh, yeah! I'm glad I have stocks in this company. Why? Because business is booming. Bruce presses the detonator. All 73 goons blow up like eggs in a microwave. Paul Marine doesn't explode. Luckily, I used my metal detector this morning and I found the explosive, so I switched boots with somebody else. Say, Slobbo, whose boots are you wearing? No! Slobbo explodes. My best friend, you'll pay for this. You don't want to stab me with that time knife. Why not? Because I am actually you from the future. That doesn't make sense. Yes, it does. Remember that the time knife is also a time machine. I am you from the future, but I stabbed myself with a time knife in order to come back here and do all of this. But we don't look the same. That is a good point, and I'm glad you brought it up. First, I time traveled 700 years into the future to a time where humans have created advanced technology that allows surgeries that completely change people's faces and bodies. I had this surgery performed so that you wouldn't be able to recognize me, but I am actually you in disguise. I can prove it, because I know many things about you. Like what? You have a birthmark on your left ankle. I do have a birthmark on my left ankle. I'm starting to believe you now. You should, because even though I have a new body, I kept that birthmark on my ankle so that when I met you, I could prove that I was actually you from the future. I will show you. Paul lifts up the left leg of his pants, but there is no birthmark. Instead, there is an ankle holster for a gun. Paul pulls out the gun and aims it at Bruce. I was lying the whole time. I'm not actually you. I was just saying all of that so I could get my gun. Son of a bitch. Also, in the future, I melted the time knife and turned it into bullets. Those bullets are now in this gun, which means I can shoot you, but also will send you through time all at once. Finally, you will be out of my way so that I can marry my girlfriend Sophine later today. My girlfriend Sophine later today before you are able to tell her that I'm a real shitty guy. I love that Bruce Livingston becomes Bruce. And then Sophia, who's sending the script to, is like, oh, yeah, my girlfriend, Sophine. Later today, because you were able to tell her that I'm a real shitty guy. I didn't know you were getting married today. I know. My girlfriend, Sophine, made an invitation for you because she admires you and thinks you're attractive. But I destroyed the invitation and then lied to her. And I said I gave it to you at work. But now I'm here to give you a different invitation. To your funeral. Paul Marine shoots at Bruce. Slobbo jumps in front of Bruce. No! Slobbo wasn't actually dead. He jumps in front of the bullets and is shot several times. Now he's actually dying. Avenge me! Okay. Bruce goes to attack Paul Marine, but now Paul Marine has disappeared. He's gone. Slobbo is dying on the ground covered in blood. His body is red like a hot dog covered in lots of ketchup. You must stop the wedding. You are totally a better guy and clearly more attractive than Paul. You should be dating his girlfriend, Sophine. Slobbo dies. Bruce just sits there next to Slobbo for a while because many people will be crying at this point. He eventually gets up. Looks like I'm going to a wedding. After all, he holds out the time knife. Somebody's got to cut the cake. Cut the cake means he's going to kill Paul. And he's definitely not a stand-in for Paul Serene. The audience will understand because of the way the actor says it. It's a real intense moment. Bruce puts on his shades. End of Act 1. So glad that I read that. That was so good. Thank you very much for that game. What a joy. What a Jack Joyce. Next steps from Martin to Clarice Ogawa. Let's read the first one from Clarice. The university operation gathered far more attention than we expected. How does this impact our agenda moving forward? I'm concerned that Paul Serene will be paying closer attention to our actions. Perhaps we should delay making our move until things calm down? Nothing changes. We move forward. The university fallout was a setback, but we can use these complications to our advantage. Paul is focused on Phase 3 of the plan. He is questioning if there are traitors within Monarch, but I am confident that he does not know where to look for them. I will make sure to shift the blame elsewhere. The gala is going ahead tonight. That is when we make our next move. You take care of the preparations. Make sure Dr. Kim's lab is ready for detonation. I will make sure that Paul is sufficiently distracted as to not question our involvement. Ooh, we're moving against him too. Martin is moving against Paul, trying to prop him up, be there for him, but move in the shadows against him. But does Paul get flashes of the future about other people, or is it only purely focused on Jack Joyce because he has tunnel vision, because he thinks Jack is the only one who's going to get in his way? I don't know. But Sophia's presentation screen, there was a laptop below it, and you could read the email that she was sending to someone where she was talking about the cure and his chronon levels. They're over 200, and that she's concerned about that as well. So shit's obviously going bad with his condition. Constantly stuck in a position of, I want to make sure I find the things. But these chronon sources, I think these are a little more tucked away at times. Or just in like behind walls that feel like weird to get to, and then I'm like, okay, I guess I missed my chance to get that.
It's locked. There's got to be another way to get through here.
That'll do it.
Close one.
HQ, we just heard an explosion near the harvesting perimeter.
Yeah, take a wild guess who that could have been. Charlie, get off the line. Striker team,
Got crushed by the bookshelf.
Jesus. Close one.
HQ, we just heard an explosion near the harvesting perimeter.
Yeah, take a wild guess who that could have been. Charlie, get off the line. Striker team, take defensive positions around ground zero.
Roger.
I recognized Will's workshop as soon as I saw the old billboard on top.
The area we refer to as Ground Zero.
It was clear that the workshop was at the center of the Monarch operation. I wanted to see what was in there, and it seemed to be the only way to the dry docks and Serene.
AWE.
Safeguard squad's checking out that explosion. Striker team is establishing a defensive perimeter around ground zero.
An entire striker team? For one guy?
University incident got HQ wetting their pants. The kid's gonna get torn apart like a goddamn piñata.
What was that? It's Joyce! What the hell?
Backup approaching green zone. Engaging target.
And we both died together.
I recognized Will's workshop as soon as I saw the old billboard on top.
The area we refer to as Ground Zero.
It was clear that the workshop was at the center of the Monarch operation. I wanted to see what was in there, and it seemed to be the only way to the dry docks and
Units be advised, we have a situation. Be on standby for relocation to target sector. Over.
Guys in the university! Stay back from that! it's that kid from the...
Nice. Oh, good timing. How nice of you to arrive.
Nice driving, guys.
I'll take this as my opportunity to look around. Can I read anything in this state? I don't think so.
Paul developed technology for his men to move through stutters. He knew the fracture would occur, prepared for it.
Holy shit.
And yet he never tried to
It's
stop.
so bright right now. God damn. Oh, hello. That's so cool to fight against them. Oh, there's more. Goddamn fucking particle effects everywhere. It's so cool when so much of that is happening at once. Oh, you're still... okay. Whoa!
Bill never told you what he did in that workshop? Ground Zero?
No, never. He hid that part of his life from me. Nothing prepared me for the weirdness that was waiting there. And even that was just a prelude to the bad stuff that would follow in that same place later.
So many different guns, which is so cool as well. Like, I just expected it to be like assault rifle, SMG, shotgun, but there's like varying types of them, which is really sick. Nice. No going back that way. So cool to see how they're stuck in the stutter. Let's go into the red zone.
It's the only way forward. Absolutely no entry. Well, I'm pretty sure that's more of a guideline than a rule. What the hell?
Oh no, that's weird. Whoa. Okay, that is just... that's like we're seeing two Jacks in the same place. We read that document about it as well. We're seeing my future self.
What?
Oh, and look back, and there I am.
What is this? That already happened.
Oh, that's so cool.
What the fuck?
I'm trying to, like, again, like, contextualize this to when it came out and when it was also, like, revealed, and just very ambitious, especially with the dynamic presentation of a lot of like changing like weather and flashing different time periods, and just the intensity of the combat as well. It's so sick. I can see why this game is as demanding as it is, to be honest.
I specifically requested copper-clad niobium.
Well.
Whoa. Oh my god. Constant.
There's no words to describe it. Will was gone, but he was all around me. This entire secret life he'd never talked about, everything he tried to protect me from, it surrounded me. A puzzle, trapped in broken time.
Dude.
We all thought he wasted his research grant, his career, obsessing over some failed experiment. That's what he led us to believe. What he built there, it never failed. It works.
This is fucking crazy. The fact that this isn't a cutscene that you watch either, just like, it's not a cutscene. It's just a playable, in a sense, like we're just like walking through it as it happens. Like we still have a little bit of control over our character. It's amazing.
Please, don't do this. Hello.
Dude, it's very impressive. Very impressive to have all of this progress as you walk through it too. The Night Springs shirt. In Night Springs.
Countermeasure.
I hope to God this works.
Will. It's gone.
Whoa, what was that?
Come with me.
Oh.
We can survive this.
Oh, is that Beth?
The only other one.
It is.
I don't.
Give me the device.
Whoa. Okay.
I knew something went horribly wrong there, but it was scrambled. It was impossible to crack.
Fucking hell, dude. What a fantastic display. Oh, nice. That's going to affect the episode. Incredible. Got to keep an eye out for the Rex's sign, I guess. So hard to look at. I'm like, is there anything I can do in there? All of time is just glitching out on me a little bit. Oh, who did this graffiti of me with me, maybe? With my hands on my head? Graffiti that tells the near future or past?
It was overwhelming. Every unanswered question I had was compounded by what I'd seen at that workshop. The events at the university were part of something much bigger. Something that had started 17 years ago. Okay, dry dock. Get to the dry dock. I'm almost there. Gotta get to Paul.
Trespasser alert. Amy Ferrero is in the goddamn security station unsupervised. My understanding was that Amy Ferrero was supposed to be recording a series of false confessions for our PR campaign. Clearly that's not the case. How do I know she's unsupervised? Because A, she's in the goddamn security station, and B, she's digging through sensitive Monarch files and transferring them to a USB stick. No big deal. Just, you know, all of Monarch's secrets. Radio alert is already in effect. Converge on her location immediately. Do not let that USB leave this operation. Oh, and remember Jack Joyce, the guy you were supposed to stop from turning our entire operation into a clusterfuck? Maybe get on that while we still have an operation left. Can you just act like this was your natural environment, you know, like a high school locker room, and he's the kid who just read a full sentence without moving his lips? Just fuck him up. Got a Chronon source to obtain. One of these days, I gotta get them.
There he is!
Hey, what's up?
There was something wrong with Paul. Chronon syndrome. He'd had his powers much longer than me. What was the cause? Was I sick as well, or was it his time travel? I didn't know.
Well, we
didn't make anything he'd done any less hateful.
Well, we can find out. Sudden Stop, the final Alex Casey novel by Alan Wake. This copy is signed by the author and dedicated to Emily Burke. To Sophia from Fiona. Dr. Amaral, would it be possible for me to gain access to Dr. Kim's lab in order to search for any files that might assist in our research? I'm concerned about the slow progress in developing a permanent cure for Paul Serene's Chronon syndrome. The treatments are only a temporary solution. I know that Dr. Kim was close to discovering a cure at the time of his death. I know that you use this lab to administer Paul Serene's treatments, but if I could borrow your keycard during the gala tonight, perhaps I could investigate this further while everybody is occupied with other matters. Fiona, I share your concern. Paul's treatments are becoming increasingly ineffective, and I hypothesize that the onset of the fracture will increase the Chronon syndrome's rate of progression exponentially. I've been trying to take a more calculated approach at finding a permanent cure for Paul's sickness, but Martin Hatch has shifted all the necessary resources into our tech division instead. I'm beginning to question his behavior. Every attempt I've made to discover a cure has been met with Martin's red tape. Just between us, I do start to wonder if Martin even wants Paul to be cured. I've looked into Martin's past. He began work for Monarch in 2001, but I couldn't find any records about his past or any aspect of his life before then. It's almost as if he just appeared out of nowhere. He was the only one present during the accident that claimed Dr. Kim's life. I don't want to jump to conclusions, but I do wonder what his agenda truly is. Regarding your question, unfortunately, there is nothing of value in Dr. Kim's lab aside from Paul Serene's treatments and confidential files that would be of no use to research. We will have to find another way to develop a cure. Ooh, I wonder then if that means that Paul encountered Hatch at the end of time. That was like where he ended up first, and then they came back. Maybe Martin Hatch opened some sort of door into the past. From Beth. Beth, they're saying that William and Jack Joyce have both been detained. Did you manage to get to William first? Did he reveal the location of the countermeasure? You said you could get Jack out of there. What happened? Interesting developments over here. With the team focused on the university op, I managed to dig through an old email correspondence between Paul Serene and Dr. Kim. The content of the message is very cryptic, but before he died, Kim was running some kind of test from his lab, and William's research and a device related to this was somehow connected to what he was doing. Did he know about the countermeasure? I think I need to get into Kim's lab and find out more, but that place has been on restricted access since he died. Not a lot of choice, though. If Jack and William are in custody, then that lab may be our only lead left. I'm just not sure how to do it. I sure as hell can't ask somebody to let me in there. I think Fiona is maybe the one who came in and gave the egg sandwich to Charlie. That was one of the runny ones, I think. Fiona, William Joyce is dead. Our only shot at stopping this thing is Jack. He can lead us to the countermeasure. I still believe that. Serene got to Jack first at the university. Too much heat for me to intervene. He's being moved to Ground Zero. I'm following the convoy there and will rescue him once his transport is past security checkpoints. Not going to be easy, but it might be our only shot. Keep Charlie Wincott distracted so he's not looking over the security feeds. My cover won't last much longer. You need to be my eyes on the inside. I agree. You should check into Dr. Kim's lab and let me know what you find. I know gaining access will be difficult, but with the gala tonight, you might have a window. Might be able to steal Dr. Amaral's keycard. I will contact you once I'm on the other side. So I think that's what Fiona was talking about in regards to, you think they're going to cancel the party tonight. And they're talking about the gala, I think. And so they're getting Charlie to go. He can't be watching the feeds when he's there because they're like, hey, are you going to go? He's like, I might go naked. One door at a time. I'm having a little bit of trouble in regards to getting to these chronon sources. And I think that's probably, yeah, it's definitely my bad. So there's like one right here, one right there. And now there's others that are coming up now. 3 computers as well. But like when I search this and there's a chronon source real close by, but it's on the other side of this fence. And then I'm like looking around. And I'm like, I guess there's been a few moments where I'm looking and being like, maybe this will be a situation where, you know, we'll come back around to it if I don't see a very clear path, you know? And I can't bring this down. Not right now. But if I did, maybe I'd be able to get over there. So there's a few things like that where I'm trying not to like get myself just, you know, hard stuck on a situation being like, I gotta try and get this chronon source when it could just legitimately be accessed by another path. I reckon I'll be in this room eventually. There you go. I can curve around here and get it. Sometimes it all works out. Can you just let me get it, please?
Yeah.
Jack, you have to understand that Will forced my hand.
What the hell happened to you?
There's no use fighting.
You killed him!
I'll explain when the time is right. You'll meet me tonight at the Monarch Gala.
Gala? Time's ending and you're having a fucking party.
Because when time ends, my plan...
We do this now. I'm not meeting you at...
Yes, you are. I've already seen it happen.
Seen what? What's this all for?
Goodbye, Jack.
No!
It's a good, like, manipulative element. It was like, I've already seen it happen. When you say that to someone, they're like, well, now... I'm like, well, they feel forced to be there. If they break away from it and resist it, maybe they could have something would go a little bit different. Claris. Oh, here we go. All right, 3 emails. From Claris to Martin. Sir, I've been thinking about Liam Burke. I know you've worked close with him for a while now and he's been useful, but there are assignments we can't use him for because of his insufficient security clearance. For instance, having to keep him in the dark. about much of what will happen at the university, about the stutters we're expecting, about where it will lead. Makes him a far less effective field operative than I'd prefer and causes quite a bit of logistical difficulty, given that he's still going to be a part of the operation, and frankly, it feels like wasted potential. I'd like you to consider the possibility of bringing Burke into the fold. He's completed most of the Striker training, and even though he didn't finish the program, he made an impression on me as a tremendously capable asset. His service record is exemplary, and he has a well-earned reputation as somebody who gets things done, no questions asked. By the same token, I would love to include Burke in our long-term plans. We could use a man like him in our corner, and I could deploy him far more effectively. Let me know what you think. Clarice, I understand why you consider Mr. Burke an asset to our future plans. Unfortunately, while he is an exceptional individual, he is less suitable for the kind of duties you have in mind than may be immediately obvious. I'll explain. Yes, he's been trained as a striker, but Mr. Burke was disqualified, and for good reason. The men we have chosen to be strikers have strict physical requirements, a certain moral flexibility, and the kind of killer instinct you have to be born with, cultivated to a fine degree. A ferocious knack for survival, Mr. Burke certainly has those qualities. He wasn't disqualified from the Striker program because he lacked them, or because he couldn't wrap his head around the technical aspects of operating the technology. In fact, his performance was exceptional. So I fully agree with you that he's an impressive operative. But Strikers, by their very nature, have to be made aware of Project Lifeboat and its purpose, at least on a general level, and that means they have to be able to accept its implications. Unfortunately, Mr. Burke has a deep attachment to his wife, and the fact is that even if we brought Mr. Burke in, that wouldn't guarantee a spot for her in the program. To be blunt, we don't need any more nurses, and we're already at capacity overall. We need Mr. Burke, but we don't need his wife. Mr. Burke would never accept that, particularly now that Mrs. Burke is pregnant. Therefore, it's vital that he doesn't understand the nature and scope of the threat we face. As for having him play a role in other aspects of future developments, I suspect that despite his seemingly amoral nature, Mr. Burke may have other qualms he's not consciously aware of. If he ever has to truly make a choice between conflicting loyalties, he may take a stand on principle and elect to act against his own best interests. That's not a chance I'm willing to take. Sir, given the very recent events at the dry docks, I now see exactly what you mean. Clearly you were right about Burke's loyalties being more fickle than they appeared. Of course, we have plenty of unanswered questions about how it came to this. To begin with, I don't see why Burke would be involved with Joyce. There's no way he did it out of some kind of altruistic urge. There has to be more to it. We know Burke didn't divert Joyce's transport, since whereabouts at that time are accounted for, so there has to be somebody else involved too. I'm looking into it. And she's getting all the information. She's getting the full story from Joyce at some period in time. I'll be taking that.
Hey, there we go.
It is bright as hell out here. What the hell? Why is it so bright out here? What is going on? Hello? Goddamn, it is just really meant to be that bright out. Look at that. Look at lowering the brightness to dangerous levels. Liam Burke's Psyche Val. From Manuel Peretta. Martin, first of all, I have to again register my objection. What you are having me do under the guise of a Psyche Val is a blatant violation of Liam Burke's doctor-patient confidentiality, and the other reason I'm doing this is because you leave me no other choice. Now, I recognize that in the world to come, our current rules and legislation, even our standards of morality, may no longer be applicable, but we aren't there yet. You and Mr. Serene are placing the long-term mental well-being of hundreds of individuals in my hands, and I'm telling you right now, if they don't trust not only me, but the system that put all of us in our particular positions, there's no way we can recover from it. On to Burke. It is considered professional opinion that the man is a bit of a powder keg. For all his calm exterior, he's under tremendous pressure. I understand your reasoning for pulling him out of the Striker program, but what you have essentially done is instill in him a sense of encroaching doom. He doesn't know the specifics, obviously. He didn't make it far enough in the program to be briefed on that. But he knows that we're preparing for a future threat that is somehow related to the flow of time being interrupted, and that there are dangers out there. Dangers that we have specifically been training the Striker units for. There are men who are content to merely follow orders and let others worry about the consequences. Burke is not one of them. He is willing to commit acts of violence without asking why, but don't mistake that lack of qualms for blind obedience. Burke needs agency. He has a fundamental need to feel in control of his life, and you have put him in a position where that's no longer possible for him. He's good at seeing patterns and drawing accurate conclusions from the facts available to him, and he has deduced quite correctly that he was being trained for a specific scenario that Monarch believes will happen. He is also painfully aware of the fact that if and when that scenario arrives, he will not be a part of the solution. He understands the nature of the striker suits, that they are only useful in a zero-state situation, and he understands that in such a situation a man without a striker suit is essentially dead. He doesn't know about the lifeboat protocol, obviously, but if he did, he'd then also know he's not a part of it. Either way, the bottom line is that he's in a hopeless situation. He fears the end of the world is coming, and he knows that if it does, the only way he could survive is with the technology Monarch has denied him access to. He doesn't understand the details or even the exact nature of that end of the world, but that just makes it worse. Fear and lack of understanding breed tremendous anxiety, Mr. Hatch. He may not show it, but believe me, Burke feels it, for himself and for his family. It may interest you to know that his wife is pregnant. You can understand how that adds to the pressure. To be honest, given the parameters we're operating under, I don't know how to resolve this. In Burke, you have a tremendously efficient operative, but you've put him in an impossible position. I believe he will remain effective as long as he doesn't have a reason to believe the scenario he fears is imminent, but once he believes it has arrived, all bets are off. That is, unless you can give him some hope of survival. But at this point, resentment and suspicion are starting to turn into paranoia, and frankly, I'm not sure he would trust either of us anymore. And speaking of trust, I recommend you think about what I said in my opening paragraph, Martin. Our greatest challenge and greatest assets in the subjective years to come won't be technological, but all too human. Don't make the mistake seeing people as just entries on a spreadsheet. From Charlie to Amy. What's up, fools? So I looked up Amy Ferraro. She checks out pretty much how you'd expect. Good grades, no student loans because daddy's got money, popular, the classic I'm better than you because I care so much package, not studying anything even remotely useful in a world where you gotta work for a living. She's into this whole activist lifestyle, always protesting this or that, and generally just hugging every tree and saving every whale she sees. Yawn. On average, she signs 2 petitions a week and generally spends half her life sticking her nose in other people's shit. Credit where it's due, she's pretty good at it. Also, she's got a lot of friends who are into all this stuff, and she seems to be real good at getting them coordinated. Kind of makes her perfect to our purposes, because if you can talk her into saying what we want, there's a lot of folks who are going to listen. No boyfriend or girlfriend. I don't know which way she swings. Why she doesn't put that on the internet. Why doesn't she put that on the internet? Doesn't she know that's what it's for? But there's that family of hers. Looks like she's got real close ties, so if we need leverage, that's where you'll find it. You may want to make sure she stays on our side, though. Like I said, she's pretty popular with the rest of these people, and if they get the idea she's been screwed over, they might just get pretty mad. You know how these neo-hippie bleeding on hipster types are, always up in arms about something? Holy shit, I'm glad I'm not in school anymore. Chalet. Oh, he's just so pleasant, isn't he? Alright, let's see how we go in terms of our upgrades. We have 4 points available, so I can upgrade slowing time even further with the shield, upgrade focus, time stop radius, so I can catch multiple targets in the bubble. Blast radius of this, so we can get a reduced cool time. I'm going to go for increased size of time stop, maybe, so I can catch multiple targets within the bubble.
Sir.
Paul.
Come back, goddammit!
Don't.
Uh-oh.
Holy shit! Gotta move. Come on!
Gotta move before this whole thing comes crashing down. Or reverse the whole thing. Oh. Yep. Something in there is glitching, and it killed me. And by glitching, I mean time glitching.
Okay. Focus, Jack. Focus.
I don't know if I'm time stopping it or if it's just it automatically goes down. Okay, and that is a constant threat.
Stutters were getting bad. The shifting back and forth without warning. At the time, I didn't think it could get much worse.
But we both know it did.
That's gonna hurt.
So crazy to look at.
Need to get the hell out of here. Jesus! It's like a goddamn a little close, Jack. Okay, keep going. No, not again.
Oh my god. Oh my. Hey, settle down. I'm in the middle of something. Holy shit. Okay. All right. It's fucking chaos, dude. Like, it is genuine chaos. The combat segment's getting so fucking over the top in a cool way, but it's like, holy. There's just so much to keep track of in terms of position of like enemies and the environment.
They don't make this easy.
Who are also warping through time. God damn.
Beth had been on her way to meet me. I expected she was frozen somewhere up there, by the side of the dry dock.
Don't do anything stupid.
I've never been a great listener.
Well, time to start. Get in.
What if I don't trust you?
Then shoot me.
Look, I'm sorry, but I'm taking the van.
That's for not listening to me back there.
Ow.
You want to stop time from breaking down? You need my help. And thanks, by the way, for the +1 in the back seat. Starting to feel like goddamn babysitter.
Babysitter? You kidding me? I got good intel off that computer. Bitch.
My ride, my music. Deal with it.
Who the fuck are you people?
My Ride, My Music, which is copyrighted. Incredible. I got my headphones in. Sorry, I can't hear what music you got on. Some glitches in the cutscene there in terms of movement, and that might be, I assume it's a frame rate issue. So it's just how the game is played. Bradbury Swimming Pool will be Act 2, Part 3, if it ever decides to load.
What led you to the swimming hall?
Will said there was something important in his briefcase. All I found was a key with Bradbury Swimming Hall on the chain. Only lead we had. I guess this is it.
This building's been shut down for years.
Perfect place to hide something you don't want found.
I think it's time you tell me what you know.
I know your brother built the one thing that can stop the fracture. I know we're meant to find it, and I know Monarch doesn't want us to.
And yet you're wearing their uniform.
I like the way their pants fit.
Yeah? I bet you like the paycheck, too.
Had to create a cover to gather information. You've known about this for a few hours. I've been preparing for it for most of my life.
You weren't aware that William owned the place?
There's a lot I didn't know about Will.
We need to find your brother's countermeasure. And fast. Things will get worse as the fracture progresses. And Monarch will be turning Riverport over looking for you.
William owned the place, apparently, hey? Okay. Got a change of scene. And this is where we're going to bring this episode of Quantum Break to a close.
You coming or what?
As we enter Act 2, Part 3. So we'll finish Part 3 and we'll finish Act 2 next time. So that'll be another episode that we're splitting into 2 parts and then watching the TV show after that with the Junction. So thanks so much for joining me for this episode. I hope you enjoyed it. Some hiccups here and there, performance-wise and graphics-wise. I don't know if it was supposed to be that bright out there before. I think so, maybe, because of the time of day. Just like it's some intense sunlight. But then, yeah, some of the cutscenes are a little wonky as well. I don't fault the game, because I think if the game is running like as intended without trying to like fuck with it and boost it performance wise, You know, I'm making compromises as well because I'm recording it, and so I need extra PC power to record it as well. I can play this game in 4K, maxed out everything without any issues. It's just I have to make compromises to actually get it recorded, and I think that's like the main hiccup. So a couple of the visual things that we will experience and we will see is because of compromises that I'm making. So I'm not putting that as a point against the game at all visually, because it looks fantastic. And there's so many like things going on screen at once for them to handle. Like it's very clever how it's all implemented, like glitching time and stuff. So curious to see what the Bradbury swimming pool has in store for us next time. Thanks so much for watching, and I will see you then.